yes, I've been waiting all this time to finally see him. Oh, I'm fucking excited. People know, like that. I'm sorry for the people that don't know jack shit about, like, Diamond is Unbreakable. Like that, I know, like, there's a good people and all that, but no, like, the few of us that have read the manga and all that, people know exactly why I am losing my shit with that finale like that. Even throughout the entire episode, I was like, I actually genuinely forgot about a bunch of it. I was like, oh yeah, alright, then, you know, Ghost Girl and all that. I was like, oh, no, it's this part. I'm like, oh, and just that finale. People wondering, well, like, what was up with that scene from, like, episode 1? Well, we've just met our villain for part 4, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking Yoshikage, man. Yoshikage Kira. Just, whew. I can't say any more about the man, but, like, all I say about, like, the episode itself was a fucking, like, it was really weird. It was, I know, ironically bizarre. Just a weird, standalone episode at first, and then you find out, actually, this is going into the plot. This doesn't involve stands, this involves ghosts, is it? Like, and then the killer, and it's like, that finale just, just what a perfect voice actor for Kira. Just straight up, and like, I was immediately intoxicated by that voice. Just straight up perfect. Now, I've got to get into the episode because I could gush about that last 2 minutes just all day. I could just gush about those last 2 minutes all day, but let us get the review in there, and then I can gush about those last 2 minutes. So we find out that this is an actual episode about Koichi and Rohan, where they just go around and he's like, I'm trying to find out a bunch of stuff that I like forgot during my childhood, since I was around about 3 or 4 when I was here, and I'm trying to find out, and it's like, it's not really helping because the map around here is bullshit, because I'm noticing all this whole thing, and it's like this alleyway that wasn't here. What's up with this shit? And it's like, oh, like Koichi's like, you know, I don't know what's going on. Oh, let's go into the creepy alley that not even the town itself knows. Like, yeah, genius idea. Genius. Like, let's just go in there. And it turns out they keep going in a loop around this area of these abandoned houses, and the girl, I'm not gonna lie, pretty fun girl, Raimi, like, appears like that with her dog, Arnold, and, well, pretty shocking things as they're like, oh, I can guide you out of here, I'm going to show you the ways, as she starts telling a very spooky story about it. Although Rohan was made sure to, like, be safe about this. He was like, I'm going to immediately, you know, I'm going to use Heaven's Door, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to use, like, you know, read a little bit about details, a little bit pervy at some points, I'm not going to lie. And all that's like, oh, I'm going to find out about her period, I'm going to find out about, like, she's got, like, a mole on her left nipple. And, like, it's like, Rohan, like, get on the mind, my mind on the thing in the creepy alley, anything can't get out. And then she tells us a story about a girl that used to live here with her family, her dog getting hanged on a fucking curtain. Like, this really creepy shit. The parents killed, the girl killed like that, stabbed in the back, and then it's just like Rohan sees the dog with its neck just gushing out with blood, and then she takes her top off and shows the blood, like the stab mark, and she's like, I'm the ghost of that girl, I'm here, I'm Raimi. And it's like, okay. Immediately, like, he gets the Koichi's trying to escape with Act 1, and he's, like, flipping around and shit like that, and she's like, I'm not trying to hurt you guys, not that, it's just like, I just kind of want you guys to find the murderer, or, like, I want you to find out, like, you know, what happened in my childhood, you know, like, going on there. And finding out that Rohan actually knew this girl, that this was a girl that he knew, like, in his childhood, she was actually looking after him, since they're, like, the family, like, Rohan's family and, like, their family was really close, and she was the main reason that Rohan was able to survive that day, as, like, she was, like, she purposely, you know, put her outside, like, put him out the window so he would be safe, and saved him so that, you know, the killer wouldn't notice him at all. And it was like, wow, this shit. And they got out of there, and it's just like, okay, we're actually gonna try and find, you know, this killer for you. Like, Rohan being kind of nice, and like, he has got a kind of nicer side to him, you know, like, the entirety of, like, what we've seen of Rohan is him being kind of, like, a very, like, fucking, like, you know, ego-natured, like, jerk, like, from those parts, like, oh, I only care about my manga and all my things, like, and finding that out, and then when he, like, immediately Koichi goes to confront this with Josuke, and, like, he's like, yeah, I kind of want to deal about it, but it's like, you know, the police haven't found him for 15 years. adding into the fact as well that he keeps doing this, and you know, like a lot of shit's going around in Mario, like old man Joseph and like, you know, like Jotaro, they're not gonna care about this, because unless he's a stand user, and that's the only thing they're gonna ask. It's like, yeah, we if it's a stand user, that's our involvement, but that ain't our involvement and all that. It's just a plain killer. And like Koichi's really bummed out and immediately gets nearly hit by a fucking car. Like Josuke fucking grabbing the man, like just pulling him out of the car. So it's like, oh shit, you right? And that man just looking outside the window of his car, going there, and he's just talking with his beautiful like girlfriend like that. You see the hand there putting right next to him like that. It's just like talking about a nice meal. Let's go and have a nice place. And he opens the door for the lady back to his house and finds out it's a fucking hand. It's just a woman's hand dripping blood, and he's just there going, oh, I don't even remember who your name was anymore and all that, but we can't have you leading a mess, as like trying to clean with the lady's hand like that, crunching of the thing, like, so people, if I remember correctly, that's the guy from the first episode when we had that really creepy start with the eggs and the bacons. That was a new scene that they added in there, which was fucking perfect. And that scene as well was fucking perfect. Yoshikage Kira, the man, and I think people can put 2 and 2 together. Why he's just got introduced now, why he's got a girl's hand. It's kind of obvious what exactly who he is, and actually, like, you know, that he's the killer from all those years ago. Like, I think it's kind of a little bit obvious and all that. I don't think like that's a big secret people say like, oh wow, like, you know, that's the guy. It's like a bit obvious on there, but it's like that motherfucker, the voice actor was fucking perfect. I love the style, like I love the stylizing of that, and it's just, oh god, I could gush about fucking Kira for like a while, but it's like, easily I could say so much, but I feel like I need to let the anime speak for itself on there. But yeah, now I'm just really happy. It's a shame we didn't get an ending or an opening this week and all that. We didn't get to hear Chase, which I've really been enjoying, and we didn't obviously get to hear, like, you know, my favorite one and all that, which is just Savage Garden. I Want You, like that. It's like, and I was like, oh, I really want them to put the ghost girl and the dog in there, and I was like, oh, like, we'll get that next week. But it's like, oh, what fantastic! Like, it's such, like, you think at the start of it and how it goes, it's like, this is such a standalone episode, and then and then that ending's like, no, you generally need to, and this girl's really important, and it's like, she's there, so if you ever need any information on that, I'm here to say it, and then gives some very interesting characteristics to, like, Rohan, that it's like, you know, Rohan has got a big relationship to, like, this girl, saying, like, you know, this thing, I just, when you see, like, Josuke and Okuyasu, like, get a picture of this girl from back in the day, and just Okuyasu's, like, the only thing they said is, like, man, this chick's hot, and I'm like, really, Okuyasu, you motherfucker, like that, that's all you care about. But like, I'm not gonna lie, maybe she's pretty hot like that. She looks a lot better in the anime than she does in the manga, I will say that. Like, she had like really weird face in like the manga, like I remember that, but like, oh, I could go on about so much about Kira, but it's like, the anime has to do it for me. Like, the anime has to tell words, so I can gush about more about Kira on a later note, but people know, manga fans especially, of this part, and you know, I'm like currently reading through part 5. It just shows how much I love part 4 so much. It's like, part 5 has its good parts and all that, but to me it's not as good as this part, and it's just like, because of moments like this, and it's just like the cool, interesting, like, I'm only so like early into the part and all that, but it's like, immediately like that, I was like, yes, we need that. And it's like, so overall, I need to stop talking. That's just a straight up that I've wasted enough time of the ladies and gentlemen today. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that is all from me. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you guys though next time.